Welcome to Not So New News. Come along with us as we continue to discover an Appalachian time gone by. Today's article comes from the town of Whitesburg and appeared in the Letcher County's oldest newspaper, the Mountain Eagle. Volume 2, Number 46, Industrial Edition, Section 3, dated July 22nd, 1909. Page 10 is not named and continued in today's reading. Published every Thursday. Entered as a second-class matter, August 28, 1907, at the Post Office of Whitesburg, Kentucky, under the Act of Congress of August 9, 1873. Subscription in advance: 1 year, $1; 6 months, 50 cents; 3 months, 25 cents. Advertising rates made known on application. Covers Letcher County like the blue canopy. Thursday, July 22nd, 1909. Local notices will be charged for the rate of 5 cents per line for first insertion and 3 cents a line for each succeeding insertion. Editorial. Dear reader, we feel sure that you're not expecting much of an editorial in this issue of your paper. Could we command the diction of a Watterson or exploit the literary ability of a Dickens, we would fall flat on this occasion. From the fact that in this issue you will not study the text, but you will take up all of your time among the pictures. A task like we have accomplished within the past 2 weeks is no plaything. You will wonder how it has been done and the cost thereof. Well, we could not answer the first question, and it makes us dizzy to think of the cost. $500 would make us but little profit on this venture. You ask why we undertook it, and we answer that we are living to see our loved mountains blossom as the rose. We want our businessmen, our boys and our girls, held up in their true light, and we want development to come into the mountains. We want our vast coal fields to serve the wants of the world's teeming millions. We have the energy, the intellect, the brains, and the sense to command the world, and we want these given a chance. When once the car of progress and development whirls over this mountain land, our young men, our farmers, and our businessmen will not be handicapped as they are. There will then be work for all at living prices. Do you see the point? This issue of the Eagle will go into the hands of at least 10,000 business people all over the land, and surely it will show to the world that our mountains are only waiting for the magic hand of development to touch them, to become the greatest as well as the richest land under the sun. So may it be. Our excuse. Remember, this is the first time we have ever had any experience in getting out an issue like this. If anyone has any criticism to offer, it will do us nor themselves any good. We have done the very best we could in every way that we could. Every person that has contributed a cent to this edition has had a nice write-up. We have tried to spread flowers around the living. We hope no one will mistake a flower for a thorn. We may be wrong in our impressions of those about whom we have written. If we are, so much the better for us if we never find it out. If a single person who has a write-up in this issue is not our friend, we feel that he ought to be. At least we are a friend to all. With that golden rule in our heart, this task has been performed, and if any man is not satisfied, he will have to take the wheel for the deed, and will remember where we failed. It was of the head, not of the heart. Special narrator's note. The upper corner of this page has been lost to time. That is the reason that the article is split in half. Our apologies, as we could not do justice by filling in the blanks. Well-known dentist, Dr. J.T. Walker. To hundreds of our readers all over the country, the above face and features will appear familiar. Dr. Walker is a Tennessean by birth and is a graduate from one of the best dental schools in the South. About 15 years ago, he made his first professional trip to Letcher County, and by the excellent and lasting dental work done by him, established for himself a reputation which has been growing ever since. Scarcely a circuit court has passed this county lately that Dr. Walker has not been an attendant, and during his stay, which has often been for many weeks, his office is always overrun with work. He has made himself popular with our people and numbers his friends and acquaintances by the thousands. Our merchants. On the first page, mention is made of the fact that there are 6 general stores in Whitesburg. This was true when the article was written, but now there are only but 5. Major Webb having closed out his store during the past week. Upon Main Street, on opposite sides, are the big stores of Lewis Brothers and James H. Frazier. Mr. Frazier, though not an old man, is the pioneer merchant of the town. He is about the first merchant we ever heard of, and as a businessman he has been a success. Always a sober adherer to business, he has acquired what might be regarded in the mountains as a fortune. Just a year or so ago he went into the bluegrass, and in a single real estate deal made a handsome pile of money. Further down the street is the big store of Ira Fields and Company. This is another full-stock general store. Ira Fields is the financial strength of the business, though his sons are genteel managers. They own a big building and a big trade. Further down is the partially general and grocery store run by Judge John A. Kraft. Mr. Kraft does not attempt to keep a full stock, but merely sells in connection with the other businesses and official affairs. Still, mostly anything desired can be had there. Just below the Kraft store is a big emporium of the Blair and Fields, the junior store in town. This business is presided over by Mr. I.B. Fields, the other member being Uncle Henry Blair, an excellent citizen of Collie. Mr. Fields is a good, polite businessman and is liked by all his customers. Lewis Brothers are written up on another page. Notice: owing to ill health of myself and wife, I have decided to quit the practice of law. Therefore, my office, library, and furniture are for sale. Also, a nice home, nicely located and in good repair. All well secured by insurance. Prices reasonable. Call on or address D.D. Fields, Whitesburg, Kentucky. Notice: teaches. Notice is hereby given that Letcher County Teachers Institute will convene at Whitesburg, Kentucky, July 26, 1909. All teachers now holding certificates or who contemplate taking the August examination under the law are required to attend. Jason S. Pendleton, County Superintendent. This concludes today's reading of page 10 of the July 22, 1909 Mountain Eagle. We at Kentucky Tennessee Living would like to thank you for your continued support as we bring to you the history of the Appalachian Mountains.